is what I mean. There might be market pulling up like this, doing pullback, pulling up like this, pullback, pulling up like this, right? Something like this. But how do you really trade break and retest in this kind of situation, right? Now let me show you how this is done. In break and retest strategy, we're under the trending market, simply like this. When you see a reversal, when the market is starting a major reversal, let's say we have a major reversal here, starting with double bottom, right? And the market is pulling up. We have the first higher high. We have the first higher high. This is the first higher high, lower low right here. Now, what are you expecting this market to pull down as a break and retest strategy? This should be the neckline, right? So you should be expecting the market to pull back into this neckline area first. Then this is equal like what? This one right now is your what? Is your neckline, also serving as support right there. So now let's draw that out. On that chart pattern, this is how chart pattern plays out, right? But I want to show you in the trending market what it is really. So here we got it, right? Now, a normal price action market will pull back all the way here. Now, in the trending market, for you to also know that this market is trending up, then we need what? This high to be taken out, this recent higher high to be taken out. And once this higher high is taken out, that means what? We already have what? A trending market, right? Because this higher high has been taken out, created a new higher high here. We have what? A trending market. Then what are you expecting? Now, this is when the trend break and retest happen. For a trend break and retest, that means what? We are expecting a pull down back to this low, to the previous higher high, which is this. We're expecting a pullback down to the previous higher high, which is this. Now, sometimes in the market can really be tricky. It might not eventually happen at this point of level, right? Let's say the market pull back to this higher high. Now you're expecting another trend up, which is this. Now for a trending market, just know that what? The higher high has to be taken out. This is a bullish market in this case. The higher high has to be taken out. A new higher high formed, right? Now if the market is going to pull down again, we need to have what? A pull down back to the what? To the previous higher high, which is this. Then we need to have this market pull down to this previous higher high. Now let's do that. But in market, sometimes market does not eventually at the same time reject exactly from these levels, right? So sometimes the market can pull down a little bit and go up, right? But you still need to understand, so far this market has given you higher high. You still need to understand what? If you don't see any major reversal at the recent higher high, now if this market is pulling down, pull back to this low, and it does not break this low, that means what? The market could still continue. It could still continue its uptrend. So far this low is not taken out. But if this low is taken out, that would have been a different case, right? So let's go back to the continuation, which is this. So this is a clear example of what means a bullish. So exactly for a bearish trend market, it should be opposite of this. When the market starts rejecting from a major, let's say market start rejecting, let me clear this, guys. When the market start rejecting from a major resistance or major supply zone, that means what is starting to give you a bearish trend. Just example of what we have just done here. Let's do that again. For a bearish market in this case. Now this is for a bearish market in this case. We have double top first, and the market, you're expecting what? They retest back to this. They retest back to this neckline, pull down. For a trending market, it has to take out this low, new low created. Now reverse back, it has to be this, right? Pull down back, it has to be this. Pull down. That's a simple example of what? of the break and retest trending market, right? But first you need to determine that what is market trending. If not, you won't be able to get this market. That's example of a trending market, right? And of course, if you also want to apply your trend line will work. If you want to apply your Fibonacci strategy, it will work. I'm very sure in this case like this, when the market is doing like this, you remember I showed you guys my Fibonacci strategy. Just plug from the recent high to the recent low, right? The 618 will give you what? The rejection point. You can see the 618 is lying with the what? With the previous lower low that we have here. Now that will be your rejection point. I have to break down this lower low again, and 0.77 is our take profit. I'm very sure if you watch my last video on Fibonacci, you will understand this better, right? So the second one, which is we have got trend line break and retest. And how does this really work, right? For trend line break and retest, it's quite simple. Now in the situation whereby also in the trending market, whereby you have like of course, you know, for you to draw a trend line, you need to have two lows or two highs first, right? Now let's say this is our trend line. I'm gonna be showing you guys these examples on real life chart that just happened recently, right? So back here for you guys. So you know, on a norm basis, right, this is supposed to, for a trend line break and retest, this is supposed to come back here, right, and pull back up. But in this case, if a trend line break happens, right, this do like this, a break happen, probably most of the time you might see retest of the trend line back again, retest of the trend line back to the where it's broken, and what you start seeing downtrend, right? You start seeing a downtrend move of this market, something like that. So literally, yeah, this is the break and retest that you have there on the trend line. Yeah, this is the break and retest that you have got, yeah, right there. That's the break and retest for trend line. Simple. Trend line can also be called, like in this sense, you can call it face line break, right? So let's look at the third one. The third one, which is support and resistance break and retest. Now, support and resistance break and retest, you know, this can be horizontal, right? Just plot it out. Let's say you have got a zone like this, right? And assuming this is your, let's assume this is our support level, right? This is our support level. This is our support level, and eventually we've got market ranging on this point. We've got market ranging in this zone, right? So eventually we have a breakout of this support level. What you'll be expecting for a retest is what? Retest of this where it's broken, and what you push down, the market should push down. And for this market to continue downtrend, you know, it has to take out this lows, it has to take out this recent low, pull down, then what, market can continue its downtrend. You know, that simple way to spot out support and resistance break and retest. Here is where you have the retest, right? Same thing happened for the resistance as well. Opposite way of the resistance. Let's say this is the resistance. Let's say we have got the resistance right here. If the market has broken to the upper side, break of the resistance, pull down, and yes, the market has to take out this high for the market to continue going up. Then you can have your what? A trending bullish break and retest, right? Simple as the ABC. So let's get on the main chart and see the example of each of this that we have got. This is GBPUSD chart I'm going to be showing you guys from. And if you're watching this video to this point, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Do that right now, guys. Do that right now. So first of all, this is the trend line break and retest, right? I'm gonna take this chart back so you guys can watch, can understand from it. This day you can see we have two lows, 1, 2, 3. So let me take this chart back all the way back to May 22nd. Let's see where we have the break and retest. So yeah, guys, this is a clear example of the face line break and retest. Yeah, you can see that we have the break and retest. So let me move the chart back. So where we have this break initially. So I have to play this back. So here we go. So you guys can see that at this point we have like a double top right there, a double top right there. You can see we have the previous resistance here, which market thinks like has broken above, right? But eventually the market couldn't break above because what? The market, look at here, the market couldn't break above because the market fails to break above the previous high that we have here, right? Now the market broke above here the previous resistance, which is this on the 4-hour time frame. But if you have checked the daily time frame, it will have just been came back. And right here we have the market right here giving us double top vibe, and eventually the market, because of the double top, that's showing like the market is starting to reject to the downside. And yes, we have the breakout of this trend line. Now let me play that. Let's see how the breakout happened. So you can see immediately the breakout happened right there. Immediately the breakout happened right there. Right, we have the breakout down to the side. So what you could have been waiting for, you could have been waiting for the market to pull back to this zone, back to the trend line resistance back, so you can capture the sell opportunity. And you can see the market eventually pull back to that place. Then yeah, that will have been your sell opportunity. Then if you capture sell opportunity right there, if you catch your sell opportunity right there, here will have been your perfect stop loss, right? Stop loss has to be above the previous resistance. Then yeah, you can target, look at this low first, you can target this low, like the next support level, right? That's a good risk reward there. And let's see what the market eventually did. So all the way there, the market pulled back and came back to this previous, came back to this lower low that we have here. The market started dropping all the way from there. Came back to the support level that we have here. And you can see massively drop all the way. Drop all the way, right? So let's go to the second type of the example. I'm going to be showing you guys the support or resistance break and retest, right? Now let me show you the support break and retest. So let's clear this and let's jump to the right. So right here I have to join back to this previous low. You can see we have the previous low right here, where we have our lowest low in the chart. Like this is the lowest low on GPPSD so far there, and you can see what happened clearly here. We have what? A breakout and a retest. So let me play the chart back so you guys can see. Watch closely. Right, you can see when market was getting close to this point. At this point, everybody will be looking at opportunity for buy, right? Yeah, but at the same time, you need to be careful when you're looking for opportunity for buy, because the reason the market says buy from support, sell from resistance. Yeah, at the same time, you need to be patient to see whether there's going to be a major reversal on this zone, right? Because what, the market has been bearish and the bearish are very strong at this point. So let's see if the market didn't give. You can see what happened. The market break below and what did massive sell, and eventually on the lower time frame it must have done a retest back on this support level. Now this will have been your selling zone when the market is retesting that level. If you go lower time frame, I'm very sure you see it very clearly, right? You can see the market retested it and gave you a shooting star. When the market pulled back, the market retested it at this point and what gave you a shooting star. Now this zone is already what, a resistance level at this point, and gave you a shooting star here. This will have been a perfect sell for you. You have to target look for the next low and eventually the market drop. So this is a clear example of